we are rolling on December 8th.
My birthday. Happy birthday.
It's your birthday,
yes.
Really? Oh, and this is happy birthday to Tess Horowitz. Part 2 of our persuasive speeches, and we will hear from Tess, and this time I will truly start the timer. Yes, I will. Are you ready, Tess?
Yes.
Okay. Now you're in the power stance. That's beautiful. And we're rolling.
Hi, I'm Tess.
Hi, Tess.
So, raise your hand if you have ever told yourself that you are going to start a diet, but not today, tomorrow. And raise your hand if you have ever waited until the night before it was due to start an essay. Yeah. Well, Napoleon Hill once said, procrastination is the bad habit of putting off until tomorrow what should have been done the day before yesterday. So today I want to persuade you all to stop procrastinating. I'll present you with 2 reasons why you should stop procrastinating, and 3 actions you can take and benefits that will follow if you adopt my proposal. So the first reason that you should stop, this is important because as college students today, it is really hard to balance all the things that are on our plate, including good grades, a social life, sleep, and just an overall healthy lifestyle.
Good.
So by eliminating procrastination, you can more easily complete this balance. So the first reason that you should stop procrastinating is because of the health risks that it can cause. We all procrastinate from time to time. However, once this becomes a habit, it can cause some seriously negative impacts on your mental and physical health, and it can decrease your academic performance. So, according to a study done in 2014 at St. John's University, 80% of graduate students experience anxiety and decreased academic performance due to procrastination, and 95% of undergraduate students procrastinate, and 50% admit that it is problematic and consistent. Now, although there is not a lot of evidence that links procrastination directly to health problems, procrastination is linked to causing stress, and stress is linked to causing health problems. So once this stress becomes long-term, according to the National Institute of Health, it can cause problems such as heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, anxiety, and depression. So personally, procrastination has affected me in many ways. First, it caused me to be very stressed out all the time because I would keep putting off what needed to be done, and because of that, it would give me anxiety about not getting it done on time. Second, my emotional state would suffer because I would always be in a bad mood and sad because of all this stress that I had. And third, my relationships would suffer because of my emotional state, and I would just want to be isolated in my room alone. So the second reason that I want to persuade you all to stop procrastinating is because a leading cause is perfectionism. Now, this was also found in the 2014 study at St. John's University. So perfectionism causes us to set expectations that are way higher than we are capable of reaching. Now, this is really hard because we want to complete these tasks to perfection, and we want to get them done entirely, completely, and because of that, we are afraid of failing. And being afraid of failing will cause us to put off these tasks and procrastinate. So,
your own personal story. You wrote an essay.
So personally, perfectionism has affected me because I would keep putting off essays, and I would just want them to be done perfectly, and I would be so afraid of failing that I would rather be pressured by that time crunch than I would rather not fail due to my writing styles not being good enough, or just like the content I had not being good enough. I would rather fail because of the time. So this was really stressful, and it caused a lot of issues. And so now I want to give you 3 concrete actions that you can take to stop procrastinating. The first one is to clarify your goals. Get a planner from Target or the UCLA store and write down what you need to get done, and it will help you stick to that and get your goals accomplished. Secondly, you need to prioritize. Realize that going out and socializing or going to a party might be less important than getting your essay done or completing your homework or studying for an exam. Third, take advantage of your resources. UCLA offers so many resources and wellness skill groups. One of them is called Overcoming Procrastination, and this is offered at CAPS and is available to all UCLA students. So if you want more information on that, go to counseling.ucla.edu. So once you complete these actions, you will receive so many benefits. The first benefit is that you will be less stressed, and less stress will mean that there will be less risk for health problems. Now, the second is once you prioritize, you will be able to have so much more productivity, and you will be able to get things done more efficiently and before you need to stress out. Third, you will feel happier, relaxed, less stressed, and just like overall you will be able to maintain that balance of a college student. So in summary, I have shown you 2 reasons why you should stop procrastinating, 3 actions you can take in order to stop procrastinating, and benefits that will follow if you adopt that proposal. So, in conclusion, there should be no doubt in this room that you should stop procrastinating. Now, today I challenge all of you to stop putting off until tomorrow what should have been done the day before yesterday, and start on something early today, what might be due a week from now. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was 5:47.
Oh, shoot, sorry.
Okay, that's okay. At least I timed it this time. Okay, good. What'd you like?
Your arguments are really strong and your voice is really strong, but it didn't match your eyes. Okay. So if you looked up, it would match really well. But your voice is very strong and confident. Thanks. So that was the improvement.
Yeah. I guess we could, sorry about that. I guess we could start there, Tess. Have we talked about eye contact before?
Yeah.
And what's the dealio with that? Are you afraid to look people in the eyes?
I'm not afraid, but like once I look people in the eye, like I kind of like lose track of my thoughts. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Tell me about your morning and just look me in the eyes as you talk. And no blinking.
Okay. This morning I woke up for my 9 a.m. class. And I scootered down the hill, and it took me 5 minutes to get there. I just got a new scooter, so it was very time efficient. And then once I got to class, I was really hungry, and I still hadn't eaten, but I had to go back to the hill, and I then ate some muffins, and I started working on an essay for my other class.
Okay, stop. Now, do you feel the difference? You didn't lose your train of thought, and you just think you lose your train of thought.
That's true.
If you do this in job interviews, you're not going to get hired. You're not going to get an internship if you're shifty-eyed. So you need to practice really making good eye contact. We've told you this all quarter, so you're fighting it. It's like you feel. It's like someone told you, or you told yourself, that you can't make eye contact and remember a speech, and it's just not true. Well, you gave a great quote from Napoleon Hill. Who he? Who he?
Who is he?
Yeah.
He was like an author, and he was like also a, what is it called when you, like an entertainment speaker? Like that?
Yeah,
or like
orator.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wrote a best-selling book that was on the bestseller list for 10 years called Think and Grow Rich. You need to qualify your authors to give them credibility, because as far as we know, Napoleon Hill is some French guy or something, or whatever, but we don't know. Yeah. Who is it? Your thesis preview was fine. You almost skipped your statement, but you did not. That was good. You used the Chicago style of footnoting, so thank you for that. You had a good effort to it's a debate term, to document the health risks. And you're right, it's hard and tricky, and the causality is tricky and all that stuff. But you did document that it is a significant problem, and you did document through a causal chain that it causes stress, and that stress causes a lot of problems. So I thought you did a good job of getting there in a circuitous way, and that was fine. I especially liked your personal story at the end of that. I thought it was the closest you came to making a pretty good emotional connection. I would have liked it if you had expressed it a little more. You know, it really kind of upsets me when I do this, because I keep repeating it, doing it over and over again. There's a Janice Ian song, there's a sorrow in repeating all the old familiar wrongs, you know, over and over again. Yeah. On your second reason, you went positive and said that it would bring you happiness and confidence.
And, I missed that.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
I kind of blanked out on that one.
Yeah. And you went into the mechanism instead of perfectionism, and then stay in the power stance, and then talked about your effort to be perfect, which I think is right, and I think that people would be happier if they didn't have this desire to always be perfect. I mean, the only perfect person I know of is Jesus. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, so on your concrete actions, I thought they were consistent with the philosophy you laid down in your reasons. You asked people to clarify their goals, to set them, and after you talked about getting a planner, and you told them specifically where, at Target or on the Hilltop store. So, you remember I said the more specific and concrete, the better chance you have of people actually thought, where do I get a planner? Well, you told them. So that was good. And then you say once you have goals, you need to prioritize them, because you have goals, but you can't do everything. Once you have a list, you can't do everything on your list, so you prioritize. Well, I'll do the first 4 things on the list and take it from there. And then you told your audience of 2 about the wellness skill group at CAPS, whatever that means. And I guess you know what it is, right? Okay, good. I don't. And they even have a class, you tell us, on overcoming procrastination, so that's good. And you mentioned counseling, so that's good. And the benefits were just a repetition of your arguments from above, but they were fine and well done. Your summary, conclusion were fine. As you heard me say to your colleague here, the heiress, that I wish you had said Napoleon Hill again, right? So, in the words of Napoleon Hill, you know, in the words of the author of Think and Grow Rich, and the words of this famous lecture, you know, stop putting up tomorrow what you've done the day before, you know, because then we know you're really Because the name is memorable. Napoleon Hill, see? And we really know you're ending and tying back. It wasn't that clear. Let's talk about the stickiness first, and then your canais. Did you have a simple message? Yeah, I think so. It's pretty simple. You know, and just, you know, I don't think it could have been made any more simpler. Yeah. Unexpected, though. What was unexpected? What did you put in here that was unexpected?
Maybe the perfectionism one.
Perfectionism.
Some people don't think of that when it comes to procrastination.
Okay, so maybe that would be an unexpected thing. So let me just repeat and remind you of what your authors from Stanford taught you, that you always want to design into your speech to make it more sticky something unexpected, preferably in a hot spot where you want to re-grab the attention of the audience, see? So, I mean, it's almost, to me, you're using it as an afterthought. And you need to go through and say, is my speech a success? Is it simple? Is there something unexpected? Is it credible? Is it concrete? Is it emotional? And do I have stories? You just, you know the checklist, use it. So, on credibility, I thought you were credible because you shared yourself. So you were credible. I believed you. You seemed sincere and honest. And I believed your evidence that you cited. So there was 2 levels of credibility operating. That was fine. On concrete versus abstract, got a little bit abstract in here in some of this, the blood pressure stuff and stuff. Maybe it could have been a little clearer, but not bad. And emotional, I've talked to you already about that, about just a little bit more passion from you to say, I want to feel your angst. I want you to say, you ask the rhetorical question, how many of you have done this? How many of you have done this? You know, well, I have too, damn it. And I hate it, And let us feel your pain too, right? And that then makes an emotional connection with your audience. Okay. Overall, I really liked the speech. It was a good job. It was well delivered. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Now let me check my list to make sure I have everything from you. Let me see. Did you give me your intro? No, you're gonna.
That I will email you.
You'll email me. Okay.
Yes.
Test email. Okay. And you went to the Wackler Boxer?
Yes.
Did you judge too or not? You just went to the 1 extra credit thing?
Yeah.
Okay, and you've done your self-evaluations?
But this one I have to email you, right?
No, email me, yeah. Okay, great. And I have your sticky? Okay. All right, well, life is beautiful.
Thank you for listening.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming in. See you later.
See ya.
Bye.